Like a guy who feels like he's done something terrible. You know, I think he seems to be honest, even though some of the facts don't match up. I think he's telling what he believes happened. Let's bring in our guest still with us, national trial attorney Michael Jaafar. Michael, here's a situation. Shop owners in North Carolina have a right to detain. They have a right to use reasonable force. This guy brings a knife to this particular confrontation. What do you make of it?
The Shopkeepers Act in North Carolina allows them to detain. It's for the purposes of a lot of these shop owners. They have the ability to automatically lock a door from the inside and lock a person in until they either give up the confiscated, the stolen goods, or until the police show up. It does not allow a person to murder somebody or use any kind of a deadly force. The Shopkeepers Act, if I was his attorney, I would have lost weeks of sleep waking up and thinking, but there's a Shopkeepers Act. You know, it's got to help me in some way. And every time you analyze, every time I've analyzed it in this case, I come to the conclusion, yeah, but it doesn't apply. It just does not allow like, you basically went from, like, you know, being on floor 1 to being on floor 90, right? Like within a second. So I think his attorneys would have lost a lot of sleep thinking, well, there's a Shopkeepers Act. There's got to be a way to help you. It helps you with the beginning of it. It does not help you with the end of it. The way that this whole entire interaction ended is grossly different than how it started. It's not within the purview of the North Carolina Shopkeepers Act. The privilege by North Carolina was to allow Taz Zarka to detain this young man if he even had a suspicion that he stole anything, not to do what he did. So I just don't think it's going to help him.
Because it's not reasonable force. Now, we haven't seen all of the videos from the surveillance, and that's because part of it's just too graphic. We're not going to show the actual stabbing. So I think there are pieces of that that are really important to the jury, Michael, that we can't see.